I'm going to play the Dunedain deck that I made up against the Oath from the Dark of Mirkwood scenario pack. Aragorn, Tactics, 12 threat, 2/3/2/5, Dunedain Ranger Warrior. Each enemy engaged with you gets -1 defense. Response: after Aragorn participates in an attack that destroys an enemy, choose an enemy not engaged with you and engage that enemy. Bearvor, she's Lore, 10 threat, 2/2/2/4, Dunedain Ranger. Action: exhaust Bearvor to choose a player. That player draws 2 cards. Limit once per round. And Amarthiel, Leadership, 10 threat, 1/3/3/3, Dunedain Ranger Warrior. While you're engaged with at least one enemy, Amarthiel gains the Tactics resource icon. While you're engaged with at least 2 enemies, add 1 additional resource to Amarthiel's resource pool when you collect resources during the resource phase. And the starting threat is 32. I'll keep this hand. Sneak attack Gandalf, card draw. 1A. Setup: search the encounter deck for 1 copy of Eves of Mirkwood and Goblin Troop. Add the Eves of Mirkwood to the staging area and set Goblin Troop aside out of play. Shuffle the encounter deck. So you've got the Goblin Troop, Eves of Mirkwood, (1B), 9 quest points. Draw a card. Blade of Gondolin. We're going to put the Blade of Gondolin onto Aragorn. I'm going to put a Cram onto Amarthiel. Toss Bearvor to draw 2 cards. I'm going to put Dunedain Hunter into play. I have to search the top 5 cards of the deck for an enemy. It's non-unique and put it into play. I'll put the Goblin Sniper into play. Now I'm going to play a Ranger Summons. Planning action. Play only if you control a Dunedain hero. Shuffle 1 copy of your set-aside Ranger of the North allies with the encounter keyword into the encounter deck. Then remove Ranger Summons from the game. So here's the Ranger of the North. We're going to quest for 2. And there's 2 in the staging area. Eyes in the Dark. Doom 1. And each player must choose either raise your threat by 1 for each questing character, or discard a questing character. We'll raise our threat by 1. So we quested neutral. We're going to travel to the Eaves of Mirkwood. Goblin Sniper is going to attack. We'll block with a Martial. Now we're going to attack with the Dunedain Ranger and destroy the Goblin Sniper, Dunedain Hunter, and go to the next round. We're going to exhaust Bearborn and draw 2 cards. We're going to play a Sword of Numenor onto the Aragorn. Now we're going to quest for 2, 3. And there's 0 in the staging area. Deal 2 damage to a character you control. Deal 2 damage to the Dunedain Hunter. And we explore the Eaves of Mirkwood and put 1 progress onto the quest. Go to the next round. We're going to put a Steward of Gondor onto Varagond. Now we're going to draw 2 cards. Put a Long Defeat onto After the Raid. We're going to put a Sanford Sentry into play. We might not get to draw cards, but we need the willpower. And now we're going to quest for 5. There's nothing in the staging area. Spider's Den. Four quest points. Force a rat. And quest is for 5. We're going to do the quest action. Search thing. Counter deck for a spider. That's a giant spider. So we quest successfully by 5. So I put 6 progress onto the main quest. And we're going to have to exhaust the Martial. Now we're going to ready him up with Cram and block this spider. No shadow, no damage. Honor Guard. I'm going to put the Honor Guard into play. We're going to put another Sanford Sentry into play. Draw a card. We're going to play Duran's Ruins. First, we're going to exhaust Bearborn and draw 2 cards. Now we're going to play Duran's Ruins and draw 2 cards. We're going to discard the Expert Tracker. I'm going to put another Cram onto Martial. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. We're going to quest for 4. There's 0 in the staging area. There's nothing in the staging area, so the driven by Shadow gain Surge. Spiders and Mirkwood. 3 threats. So we quest successfully by 1. We're actually going to play a Sneak Attack. Put in Gandalf, deal 4 damage to the spider. And now we quest successfully by 4, and we go to the next round. We clear Long Defeat. You draw 2 cards. Another Sneak Attack. Now, that's where we got the next stage. We've got 2A, Mirkwood Forest, and 2B, 12 quest points. When revealed, each player searches the encounter deck and discard pile for a forest location and adds it to the staging area. Shuffle the encounter deck. This stage cannot be defeated unless at least 1 copy of Goblin Trail is in the victory display. So we're going to search for a Goblin Trail. Gandalf comes back to our hand. We're going to travel to the Goblin Trail, so we have to reveal the top card of the encounter deck. Goblin Runner, Surge, Forest Gate. So we got the Goblin Runner engaging us. Deal out shadow cards. We're going to block the Giant Spider with a Martial. Deal 1 damage to a character you control. Now, Goblin Runner's attacking. We're going to block it with Aragorn. No shadow. 1 damage, but we're going to exhaust the Honor Guard to cancel that 1 damage. And now we're going to attack back with the Dunedain Hunter. And we're going to destroy the Giant Spider. because defense is one less. Go to the next round. Fornos Bowman. I'll put out a Warden of Healing. Draw 2 cards. I'll put out a Dunedain Hunter. No enemies, so it's discarded. Put out another Honor Guard. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. We're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6. 7. 8. And there's 2 in the staging area. Tangle's Grove. X is the number of locations in the staging area, so that's 2. So we quest successfully by 4. Puts 4 progress onto the main quest. Go to the encounter phase. I'll go to the combat phase. We'll block with a Martial. Ooh. No shadow. No damage. Now we're going to attack with the Hunter and destroy the Goblin Runner. Go to the next round. Draw a card. We're going to put the Arrow Blend into play, attaching it to Paravor. And now I can exhaust the Arrow Valadil to reduce the cost of the next Dunedain ally you play this phase by 1 for each enemy engaged with you. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. We're going to quest for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And there is 4 in the staging area. Two. So we're up to 6. So we quest successfully by 4. That clears the Goblin Trail. And puts 2 progress onto the quest. And then when we clear the Goblin Trail, we put 6 progress onto the quest. It's up to 8. Now we're going to travel to the Forest Gate, where the first player gets to draw 2 cards. Duran's Ruins and an Expert Tracker. Now we're going to engage this giant spider. I have to exhaust a character. I'll exhaust Honor Guard. Now I'm going to block with a Martial. No shadow, no damage. Go to the next round. Gandalf. We're going to play Duran's Ruins, draw 2 cards. We'll discard the Expert Tracker. Another cram onto... Let me put this one onto Aragorn. We're going to exhaust the Heir of Valadil and reduce the cost of the next Dunedain ally play by 1. So the Fornos Bowman only cost 2. And it has +1 attack. Now we're going to go into the questing phase. We're going to quest again for 10. And there's 1 in the staging area. Eyes in the Dark. Doom 1. And I either have to raise my threat by the number of questing characters or discard a questing character. I would have to raise my threat by 6. I think I'll discard a questing character. So I quest for 8. And there is 1 in the staging area, so I quest successfully by 7. That puts 4 progress onto the Forest Gate and 3 onto the main quest, bringing it up to 11. Now we're going to go to the combat phase. We're going to block with a Martial. Attacking enemy gets +1 attack. Return the attacking enemy to the staging area after this attack. So we're going to cancel that 1 damage with the Honor Guard. It goes back to the staging area. Now we're going to go to the next round. Draw a card, Calabrian Stone. We're going to put a East Road Ranger into play. Now we're going to go to the questing phase. We're going to play a Sneak Attack Gandalf and destroy the spider in the staging area. Now we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There's 1 in the staging area. Now there's 4, so we quested successfully by 6. It goes to the next round. And there's Next stage. For A, when revealed, the first player adds the set-aside goblin troop to the staging area. And there's no other player, so I don't need to add an enemy. Now 3B. This stage can't be defeated while goblin troop is in play. When this stage is defeated, the heroes discover the goblin trail to the goblin's secret lair and the players win the game. Gandalf comes back to my hand. So now both enemies are engaging me. I'm going to play Sneak Attack Gandalf and destroy the Spiders of Mirkwood. Then I'm going to block the goblin troop with a Martial. Attacking enemy gets +1 for each goblin enemy engaged with you. So we're going to cancel the 2 damage that would be dealt to Martial with the Honor Guards. So Martial takes 1 damage. Now we're going to ready up Martial. And we're going to attack for 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that's enough to destroy the goblin troop. Now we go to the next round. Draw a card. Now we're going to put a Gandalf into play. We use our spread fight 5. A Ranger of Cardolan into play. Play a Ranger Summons. Now we're going to quest for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Ranger Summons. Where you can deal 2 damage to an enemy or 2 progress on a location. So we'll put the 2 progress onto the location in the staging area. That gets Surge. And Driven by Shadow. Each enemy and location in the staging area gets +1. So we're up to 2. So we quested successfully by 12, and that puts a 12 progress onto the main quest, fulfilling it. So there's a win. This shows you how a Ranger Dunedain deck can plow through some quests when it gets going. And I think this deck started out pretty fast. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.